Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in. And breathe out gently. Let your body become heavy and still. There is nowhere you need to be tonight. Nothing you need to do. No one who needs anything from you. Tonight, you can simply rest. I am going to take you somewhere warm. Somewhere quiet. Somewhere that smells of old books and rain and something sweet brewing in a back room. Let yourself go there now. Imagine you are walking down a narrow cobblestone street in a small, ancient city. The stones beneath your feet are wet, and they catch the amber glow of the street lamps above you. It is evening. The sky has turned a deep, soft gray, and the rain is falling very gently now. Not in heavy drops, but in a fine, whispering mist that settles on your coat, on your eyelashes, on your hands. You can hear it. The quiet hiss of the rain against the cobblestones. The distant sound of a car moving slowly somewhere further down the hill. And then, nothing. Just the rain. The street is narrow, flanked on either side by old stone buildings. Some of them have their lights on inside, and you can see the warm orange glow pressing through lace curtains. Someone has placed a small pot of flowers on their windowsill. The flowers are closed now, resting for the evening. You walk slowly. There is no hurry. The night is yours. And then, you see it. A small shop front, set slightly back from the street. The sign above the door is wooden and old, the letters carved rather than painted. It reads simply, Books. Warm golden light spills from the window onto the wet pavement. You stop for a moment and look through the glass. Inside, you can see shelves. Tall, dark wooden shelves, reaching all the way up to a low ceiling. Books everywhere. Stacked, standing, leaning. A single lamp glows on a small table near the window. And in a chair beside it, no one is sitting. The chair is empty and waiting. You push open the door. W. A small bell above the door chimes softly as you enter. The air inside is immediately different. Warm, dry, and full of that particular smell that old bookshops have. You know the one. It is the smell of paper that has been resting for a long time. Of ink that has dried slowly over many, many years. Of wood polish and dust and something else, something you cannot quite name but that feels like memory. You close the door behind you, and the sound of the rain becomes softer. A background whisper now. A companion. The shop is small and quiet. There are no other customers tonight. Just you. You stand for a moment near the entrance, letting your eyes adjust to the warm light. The ceiling is low and the wooden beams are dark with age. A few lamps are placed around the shop, each one casting a gentle circle of golden light. Between the lamps, the shadows are soft and still. To your left, a section marked Travel. The spines of the books are faded and beautiful. There are books about islands you have never heard of, mountains photographed in winter, cities that no longer exist in the same way they once did. To your right, poetry. The books here are thinner, more delicate. Some of them look very old. You reach out and gently touch the spine of one with your fingertip. The leather is smooth and cool. Ahead of you, a narrow passage leads deeper into the shop. You follow it slowly. The shelves on either side are close, so close that you could reach out and touch both at the same time. The books press in around you gently, like a conversation half remembered. You tilt your head sideways to read the titles as you pass. A collection of letters written by someone who lived beside the sea. A guide to the wildflowers of northern forests. A novel about a lighthouse keeper and the winters she spent alone. A book of maps of places that may or may not be real. You pause at that one for a moment. The cover is deep blue, like the sea at dusk. You take it gently from the shelf and hold it in your hands. It is heavier than it looks. You carry it with you and continue deeper into the shop. At the very back of the bookshop, there is a small room. You almost miss the doorway. It is narrow, framed with dark wood, and hung with a curtain of deep green velvet that moves very slightly as you approach, as though the room itself is breathing. You step through. The room is small and low and round, almost like the inside of a shell. The walls are covered entirely in books. There is a fireplace on the far wall, and in it, a fire is burning slowly. The logs are old and red, and they crumble apart gently as you watch, sending small sparks floating upward before they disappear. The fire makes a quiet crackling sound. Low and steady and deeply, deeply comfortable. There are 2 armchairs in front of the fireplace. They are large and old and upholstered in a faded green fabric. The kind of chairs that have been sat in so many times that they have taken on the shape of rest itself. You sit down in one of them. The chair receives you. It is soft, and it holds you gently. You sink into it a little and feel your shoulders drop. Your hands rest in your lap. Your feet rest on a small rug in front of the fire. The rug is worn in the middle from years of feet resting exactly where yours are now. On a small table beside the chair, someone has left a cup of something warm. You wrap your hands around it. It is the perfect temperature. You bring it close and breathe in the steam. It smells of chamomile and honey and something faintly woody, like bark in the rain. You take a sip. It is warm all the way down. Outside, the rain continues to fall. You can hear it now on the small window above the fireplace. A gentle, rhythmic sound. Steady and soft. The rain against the glass. The fire in the hearth. The distant, occasional creak of the old building settling around you. You are safe here. You are warm. You are exactly where you need to be. You open the book you carried from the shelf. The book of maps. The pages are thick and slightly rough beneath your fingers. The paper is a warm cream color, the kind that has aged beautifully rather than poorly. Each page holds a map, hand-drawn at seams, in careful ink lines. The first map shows an island. It is not large. You can see its coastline, irregular and gentle, with small coves marked in careful detail. There are tiny symbols for trees, for hills, for what appears to be a lighthouse on the northern point. Someone has written a name for the island in a flowing hand, but the ink has faded just enough that you cannot quite read it. You trace the coastline with your fingertip very slowly. You imagine the sound of water against the rocks of that island. The cries of seabirds circling above it. The smell of salt and seaweed and open air. You turn the page. The next map shows a valley. Deep and green and very still. A river runs through it, threading between low hills. There are marks along the river that might be villages or might be something older. The valley is surrounded by mountains, and someone has shaded them lightly in pencil so that they seem to recede into the distance, layer upon layer, growing lighter and lighter until they disappear into the white of the page. You imagine walking in that valley on a quiet morning. The grass would be wet with dew. The air would be cold and clean. The river would make a low, continuous sound as it moved over its stones. Nothing would be urgent. Nothing would be required of you. You would simply walk and breathe and let the morning unfold around you. You turn another page. This map shows something different. Not a place, exactly. Or perhaps it is the most real place of all. It shows a room. A small room, low-ceilinged and warm. There is a fireplace on one wall and 2 armchairs in front of it. A window above. A table beside one of the chairs, with a cup upon it. You look up from the book and look at the room around you. You look back at the map. They are the same. You smile very slightly and close the book and set it in your lap. Your eyes are growing heavy. The fire has burned lower now. The logs have collapsed into a soft, glowing pile of embers. The light in the room has become warmer and deeper, more orange than golden, and the shadows have grown a little longer, a little softer. The rain outside is still falling. You can hear it against the window. A sound without beginning or end. Continuous and gentle and completely reliable. You let your head rest back against the chair. The back of the chair is high and cushioned and it supports your head perfectly. You feel the tension in your neck release. Your jaw softens. Your face becomes still. The book slides gently to the side in your lap. You let it go. Your breathing has slowed. In and out. In and out. Each breath a little slower than the one before. Each exhale a little longer. You are not trying to breathe in any particular way. Your body knows exactly what it needs. It is breathing on its own now, carrying you towards sleep like a very slow current carrying a leaf downstream. Your hands are warm in your lap. Your feet are warm on the rug. The fire glows. The rain falls. You are not thinking about tomorrow. Tomorrow is very far away, on the other side of this long, warm night, and it will take care of itself when it arrives. Tonight, there is only this room. Only this chair. Only the sound of rain and the glow of embers and the faint smell of old books all around you. Somewhere in the shop, a clock is ticking. You had not noticed it until now. It is a slow, steady tick. 1 per second. Unhurried. Patient. You listen to it for a while. Tick. 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 Each tick is the same as the one before. Reliable. Constant. A small, quiet heartbeat keeping time in the dark. You feel yourself sinking a little further into the chair. Your eyelids are heavy. Very heavy. You are not fighting it. There is nothing to fight. Sleep is not something you need to chase or force or find. It is already here, in this room, in this chair, in this warm and quiet evening. It has been here all along, waiting for you to be still enough to receive it. And you are still now. Very still. You are aware, very gently, of the bookshop around you. But it has become softer now, less defined. The shelves are still there, full of their stories, but they are retreating slightly, becoming part of the background of your awareness rather than the foreground. The rain is still falling outside. You can hear it. But it is further away now too. Or perhaps you are further away, moving slowly inward, away from the surface of things. The fire has settled into a deep, quiet glow, not burning so much as resting, holding its warmth close. You remember, for a moment, the map of the valley, the river threading through the green hills, the mountains growing lighter and lighter as they recede into distance. You imagine that you are somewhere in that valley now, standing very still in the early morning. The dew is on the grass. The air is clean and cold. The river moves beside you. And then the valley fades too. And there is just warmth. And just quiet. And just the faintest sound of rain. Like a whisper. Like a lullaby. Like someone saying, very softly, over and over, without words, everything is all right. Everything is all right. You are safe. You can rest. You can let go. And so you do. You let go of the day. Of the things you thought about, and the things you worried about, and the things you meant to do and did not do, and the things you did and are not sure about. You let all of it go. Not because it does not matter, but because tonight, it does not need you. Tonight, you can give it back to tomorrow and simply rest. Your breathing is very slow now. Very deep. Very even. In. And out. In. And out. The rain falls on the old rooftops of the city outside. On the cobblestones. On the pot of flowers in the window across the street. On the dark hills beyond the city, and the fields beyond the hills, and the quiet sea beyond the fields. Everything is resting. The city is resting. The flowers are resting. And you are resting. Here in your warm chair, in your small and perfect bookshop, on this long and gentle evening. Sleep is close now. Very close. You can feel it at the edges of your awareness, soft and dark and weightless and kind. Let it come. It is safe to let it come. The bookshop is very quiet now. The fire breathes slowly in the hearth. The rain whispers against the glass. The clock keeps its patient time in the dark. And you are here, safe and warm and held by the night, and drifting now, gently drifting, like a leaf on a slow river, with nowhere to go but onward, and gently, deeply, down. The warmth of the room wraps around you like something old and familiar. The smell of books is all around you, paper and ink and time and care. The sound of rain is a net beneath you, catching you, carrying you. There is nothing to do. There is nowhere to go. There is no one who needs you right now. There is only this. This warmth. This quiet. This rest. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep well. The bookshop will be here when you wake. The rain will have stopped, and the morning will be fresh and clean and new. But that is a long, long time from now. For now, there is only the dark, and the warmth, and the quiet, and sleep. Good night.